The region too is in uncharted waters. We're going to cross now to Washington. We're joined by Behnam Ben Taleblu. He's at the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, and he keeps a very close eye on the Iran file. Welcome to BBC News.
Thank you.
How would you assess the nature of the Iranian attack? We say it is unprecedented. Iran is insisting it was a calibrated attack, that they telegraphed it, informing regional foreign ministers and beyond that it was about to take place. But Israel and its allies regards it as a reckless attack and a huge breach of Israeli security. How would you describe it?
Well, it's a great question because the Islamic Republic politically telegraphed it. If you remember, even up to 72 hours before the strike occurred, almost international media of the world was on razor's edge waiting to see what the Islamic Republic would do. And that's precisely where the regime in Tehran wanted everybody. But the attack, make no mistake, was not just a political symbol. Even though the Islamic Republic, in my view, achieved a political win, it was a military attack designed to cause casualties, designed to inflict damage, particular damage to air bases and military installations that the Islamic Republic believed it was targeting. It was a layered approach, first low and slow flying drones, then cruise missiles, then high and fast flying ballistic missiles. And this was designed to overwhelm and particularly target first some of the air and missile defense infrastructure, rendering the population, rendering the targets undefended, and to allow the ballistic missiles to actually penetrate. In the previous segment, you mentioned I heard the voice of the Israeli spokesperson talking about the warhead weight. Ballistic missiles carry multiple times, 5 to 10 times the warhead weight of the drones. Drones which Iran proliferated to Russia were also known to be used in this operation. So while Iran was trying to signal resolve against Israel in the aftermath of the killing of several Quds Force officials in Damascus, the regime decided to significantly escalate this and do two things it had never done before: directly attack Israel from its own territory with ballistic missiles, as well as directly attack with ballistic missiles against a defended target. Israel has the most robust air and missile defense architecture in the region, if not the world, and it was supported by the US, the UK, France, and Jordan. And to that effect, all of the Islamic Republic's dozen or so military operations involving ballistic missiles in Iraq, in Syria, in Pakistan, all have been against undefended targets. So this is absolutely unprecedented.
Iran clearly wanted to establish a stronger deterrent, to send a clear signal to Israel: don't attack us, because if you do, we will attack you. But it doesn't seem to have worked in Israel's eyes.
And indeed, in the eyes of many, I would say it even undermined the Islamic Republic of Iran's deterrence, because there used to be an outsized question as to the effectiveness of Iran's conventional strike capabilities at range. Now that we've seen the operational capacity of some of those ballistic missiles at range, this may ironically increase the salience of the military option for Israel. This is regardless of the fact that at closer distances, particularly with short-range ballistic missiles, none of which were used in this operation, the Islamic Republic had operational military success at those targets in Iraq, in Syria, and Pakistan. But with over 1,000 kilometers to traverse, with robust air and missile defenses, Israel was able to put up a robust defense and, in essence, undermine the Islamic Republic's attempt to reestablish deterrence. So this was a success for deterrence by denial by Israel and international partners.
This moment is being described not just as unprecedented, but a turning point in this very long-running and very hostile relation. But would it be fair to say it's also a turning point in Iran's security doctrine? We've heard from the Army Chief of Staff saying what they call strategic patience is over. There's a new equation that from now on, you hit us, we're going to hit you.
Indeed, in the week and a half before the Iranian strike against Israel, many officials, political, security, religious, had even used the phrase strategic patience, but that does seem to be out the window. And in fact, the commander of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps talked about not only responding against Israel, but responding from Iranian soil against Israel. In my view, actually, this puts more of a target on the Islamic Republic's back, given, again, the shortcomings of the conventional strike against Israel. So in this sense, one wonders what the Israeli retaliation might be. Would it be directly against Iranian territory? Would it be something covert or overt married together? Because again, there had been that shadow war. Or would it be something outside of the region to test the Iranian doctrine? Because the Iranians said, regardless of where the Israeli threat may come, we will respond directly from Iranian territory. So it significantly raises more questions than answers. But again, I think the key takeaway is the ineffectiveness of the strike raises the salience of the military option for Israel, which for the past 2 decades, despite ringing the alarm bell about Iran-backed terrorism, about Iran's escalating nuclear program, has not done anything overt inside Iran to date. And this weekend strike changes that.
Behnam Ben Taleblu of the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, you laid out exactly what's being discussed here in Israel in public discussions, but we understand behind closed doors of the War Cabinet what are the range of targets, what are the range of options facing the Israeli military now, in particular the War Cabinet, which has been empowered to take that decision. Thank you very much for joining us with your perspectives. And there are many are hoping that this retaliatory strike by Iran can close the door on this particular chapter.